Welcome, boys and girls. It's math time, and we are so glad that Big Bird can join us. In our last lesson, we looked at 3D shapes, and I hope you had fun finding all the 3D shapes around your home. Now today, we are going to look at the topic measurement. And measurement is very important. So many people have to measure every day. Every day we measure something, especially mom when she's cooking in the kitchen. She has to measure how many cups of rice to cook. If someone is sewing your clothes, they have to know how long to make your sleeve. You know, they don't want to make it till it reaches all the way out here, so they have to measure. And when we go to the grocery, sometimes we look for the weight of things. How many pounds or how many kilos something weighs, like the cabbage. If we want to buy a small one or a large one, we have to know how many pounds the cabbage has. So measurement is very important. Today in our lesson, you will hear words like longer, shorter, taller, shorter. You might hear words like the weight, heavier, lighter. We are going to compare all these different measurements and use these words as we compare objects for different lengths and different weights. Now, boys and girls, you can see that I have some markers on my left and some on my right side. On this side we have, that's right, 2 markers. On this side we have 4. I'm going to write those numbers for you. So 2 and 4. Now, which number is greater? That's right. Our 4 is greater. So I'm going to put it nicely colored. 4 is greater than 2. So the bigger our number or the greater our number, the more we have. And when our number is smaller, we have less. Let's look at the blocks. Here we have more blocks. This side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here we have 1, 2, 3 blocks. So we have 8, 7, and 3. Which one is more? That's right. Our 8 is more than 7. And it's also more than 3. So our bigger number means we have more. Now let's look at some blocks and compare their lengths on your page. Our page number is number 466. That's right, 466. There. Let's count our blocks. I'm going to color them as we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we have 6. And let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we have 5. Now we can see that we have one more here. And it shows that we have a longer cube train. That's right. I'm going to put the blocks in for you. You can count them. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2. I'll fit them up just now. 3. That's right. 4, 5, 6. There we have our 6 blocks all together in a nice cube train. And we know that this is longer than that. Now when we are measuring, we have to start at the same point. So this is our line where we begin. Both sets of blocks must begin at the same place. So here we have it. Longer, shorter. That's right. Now, can we make a longer train to match our 1, 2, 3, 4? What do you think? Do you think a train with 3 would be longer? Let's see. Not quite, because 3 is less than 4. So to have a longer train, we must have more than 4. Let's try this one. We must begin at the same point. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. Our cube train has 8 blocks. This one has 4. This is longer and this is shorter. When we compare these two, longer, shorter, longer, shorter. How about this one? Now I want to make a cube train that is also longer. That's right. Do I need more than 3 blocks? Yes, I do. So I can have 4, 5, 6. I'm going to try this one. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. We must begin again at the same point. So this one is 4 and this one is 3. So there we have it. Yes, the 4 cube train is longer than the one with 3. That's right. Let's see if we can try to make cube trains now that are shorter. So we made cube trains that were longer. Let's go to page 467 in your book. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So to make a shorter one, do we need 8 or 9 or 10? No, we need a number that is smaller. So let's try 4. That's right, we begin at the same point. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, this is longer and this one is shorter. How about this one? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and now to get a shorter one, we also need the train cube that has less. So I'm going to try this one. We begin at the same point. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right, and it's shorter. So longer, shorter, longer, shorter. How about this one? Okay, I am going to try one with just 3 blocks. That's right, it is shorter. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one has only 3. So longer, shorter. Boys and girls, you can practice at home measuring different lengths. If you're using blocks, you would know that the more blocks you have, the longer your train would be. If you have less blocks, then your train would be shorter. More blocks, longer. Thank you, boys and girls. Boys and girls, here I have some pencils. You see this one here? Yes. Then we have a second one and a third one. Let's compare the lengths of these pencils. Now, when we check the length of this one with this one, we see that one is longer, right? This one ends here, but this one goes out all the way to over here. And this one ends here, which, you know, is shorter. So longer, shorter. Let's look at this one. If we compare this one with this one at the top over here, we see something is strange, right? We see that they are about the same length. They started at the same point, that's right, and ended about the same place. So we see that's right, they are the same length. Sometimes we have objects that are the same length. This one is not longer than this one, nor is it shorter. It's the same. Two of them begin at the same place, end at the same place. We say that they are the same length. This one, of course, is shorter than this, and it's also shorter than this. And these two are longer than this one. But these two, the first one and the last one here, they are the same. Now let's see if we can measure our crayons. And you tell me what you notice. Okay, here I have these 2 crayons. Let's see, we begin at the same place. Okay, and this one ends here. That's right, and this one ends here. So let's see, is one longer than the other? Let's see. No, they are the same. That's right, they are the same length. 2 new crayons, the same length. How about these blocks? They look different. I wonder, let's measure. Can we measure like that? No, we have to begin at the same starting point. So there we have it. 2 blocks. Let's join them closer to each other. Okay, what do we find? They are the same. That's right. Each one has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are the same length. So we can have longer, shorter, and the same. Longer, shorter, and the same length. Boys and girls, sometimes when we are in class, you say, I'm taller than you. And you say, no, we are the same. So you understand more about the same. That's right. When you have the same length, None is taller or longer than the other. Thank you, boys and girls. Now we are on page 470. That's right, 470, 470. And we are still comparing different lengths. Now we have our blocks upright. That's like if we hold it this way instead of this way. So we've put them upright. And here we have 3 blocks. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we talk of things when they're upright as being taller. So taller, shorter. That's right, the one with 4 blocks, it is taller than this one. Now here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. I want to make a set that is taller. So let's try this. We begin at the same point. I'm going to make one that is taller. That's right. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks in my cube train, and that's taller than this one with 5. So, boys and girls, when things are upright, we say one is taller than the other. When we lie them down like this, we can say that one is just the length, longer and shorter. It's the same thing about length, but we say taller and shorter. Here I have 2 lines, one that goes up and one that goes across. Now some objects we can measure them the way they go up, the height we call it, and the way they go across, we call it the length. Like this book, for example. See, the book has a measurement this way and a measurement this way. Height and length. We can measure how tall it is and how much it goes across. We call this one the height and this one the length. So I talked about an object like the book having height and length. As you go tall up, you call it height. As you go across, you call it length. So the book, the little notebook, has height and length. The box also has height and length. Let's compare these two. Okay, so I'm going to put it here to compare. Now, there we have it. Which one is taller, the book or the crayon box? That's right, the book is way taller. Yes, it goes up higher. Height? That's right, the book is taller. And how about the length? That's right, the book also has more length than the crayon box. Boys and girls, you can draw 2 objects to show that one is taller and wider than the other. I'm going to draw these 2 on this page to help you. Notebook, I'm going to write the name. It is taller, and crayon box, it is shorter. There we have it. 2 objects compared both in height and length. And we know the notebook has more of height and length than the crayon box. We know that some things are heavier than other things. So, for example, here I have my whistle. That's right, it's made out of wood and it's fairly heavy. And here I have some blocks, my cube train, with just a little bit of blocks, and it's made of plastic. Now, when I have them or measure the weight using my hands, this one feels heavier. Yes, this one is heavier than this one. Let's check out some more objects to see which one is heavier than the other. Now I have my box of crayons and I have an eraser. This one compared to this one. That's right, the full box of crayons is heavier than the eraser. Let's go to your book now. Here you see the little boy. He has a block in his one hand and he has a book in the other hand. Which one do you think is heavier? The block, the little number block, or the big book? That's right. This one is heavier than this one. That's right. Let's look at some more objects. That's page 478. Now we have a pair of scissors, a little paper clip, a book, and a rubber band. Let's see. Which one of these do you think is heavier than the scissors? Now you will have to practice at home. Alright, so I have a pair of scissors here, and of course I have a notebook that we can measure with. That's right. Let's see. Oh yes, the notebook does feel heavier than the pair of scissors. That's right, and we know the paper clip is very light and so is the rubber band. So this one is heavier than the scissors. You can finish the other items on this page. Some are asking you to say which is heavier, like this row here, number 2, the book bag full of books, the block, the pencil, and here we have one notebook only. Which one do you think is heavier? Well, perhaps you're always carrying a book bag and you know by experience that this would be heavier than one notebook alone. It would be heavier than one block and heavier than the pencil, but you can still try. Then you can see which one is lighter, the marker, the notebook, the little paper clip, or the little bottle of paint. So you can complete page 478 for homework. Now we talked about our crayon box. We said it height and length. Is there another way to measure our crayon box? That's right. We can feel how heavy it is. So we can also measure it using weight. That's right, boys and girls. We can use height, length, and weight to measure our Crayola box and many other objects. Our book as well. We can talk about the height, we can talk about the length and the weight. So let's go to page 482 in your book. Here we have the Scotch tape. We can talk about the height of our Scotch tape, the length. How else can we measure it? That's right, using the weight. We can feel it to see how heavy it is. Same with our glue. Height, length, and weight. Boys and girls, continue to compare the measurement of different objects. You can look at those on page 482 and 483 and complete the exercises. You can also try these exercises on your review test, page 485, 486, and 487. I hope you have fun comparing the height, the length, and the weight of different objects. Boys and girls, we had fun measuring today. We noticed objects that were of different lengths. Some were the same length. We noticed objects that were heavier and those that were lighter. I hope you have fun measuring different things in your home. Until next time, bye!